Hi everybody, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of Boom, Anguirus by Bandai Namco. Now, he was the first monster Godzilla ever fought. He was in Godzilla's second movie, Godzilla, I believe it's The Return. So, I'm really excited about this figure. He is one of the few monsters that actually are considered one of Godzilla's friends. So, and he's kind of an underdog. Like, he's always been there in the background in a lot of the Godzilla movies, you know. And he took a real bad beating from Mechagodzilla as well. So I'm really excited to open this up. He's one of my favorite Godzilla friend monsters. I mean, I know a lot of people love Rodan, but I always had a spot for this particular kaiju. So first thing I want to mention is that I do have a membership program. So for $2 a month, you get a lot of really cool stuff like blooper reels, behind the scenes, and more. So without any further ado, roll that intro. All right, so here he is in packaging. I like this profile picture of him. I think that looks really nice. You got Bandai Namco S.H.Monsterarts, Anguirus. Now, this is the 1972, so this is the original version of him. Later on in years, there are obviously other versions of this character. It's from the Godzilla line. You got your badges here. Turn it around this way. Anguirus, S.H.Monsterarts. Come around here. Try to get that shine off of there. You get this nice picture of him. Couple play features as well. Him with Godzilla going up against, I believe that's Gigan. Anguirus, 1972. Some Japanese legal underneath. And then here, you get a profile picture of him. S.H.Monsterarts, Anguirus, and his name in Japanese. Alright, come around to the top. You got his name, Fig Arts, 1972. And underneath, you got some Japanese legal, his picture, and his name as well. So, all that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. So here he is, out of packaging. He's a really cool looking figure. I love the overall look to him. So the first thing we're going to do is go through his points of articulation. So there's like 3 or 4 joints in the neck, about 2 or 3. So you do get some multiple neck movement. All right, the jaw does open, so you do get an open mouth. His arms have a couple of joints in it when they're not popping off. So you get a swivel here at the shoulder eventually. All right, you get like an elbow joint and you get a wrist joint. All right, you have a body joint, 2 of them. So you got one here. All right, and then you have another one. But this guy wants to come apart. And it's not that he's breaking. It's just his joints just want to pop apart. All right, you do have a thigh joint. And you got another joint in here with some movement. You got your your knee joints, an ankle joint, and you kind of have like a toe joint here as well. So there's a lot of movement in his body. Even his shell here has some movement to it. And then the tail is multi-joint. All right. So now let's start getting into his details. So first off, the head sculpt. I'm going to open up this mouth here. I love this head sculpt. Definitely captures the whole look of him from the original movies all the way to the mouth, to the eyes. I love the overall look to him. You know, he looks really cool. And now, of course, you got to get him into his, position that he's known for in all the shows and movies. So there you go. fits like that with no issues. And the detailing all the way around is really nice. Like the individual colors in the spikes, around to his tail, his feet, and so forth. So he's a really good looking figure. I do like the overall look to him. Now, this figure doesn't come with any accessories, like no alternate heads or nothing, which I probably would have liked to have seen an alternate head for him. I probably would have liked to see one with him with a broken jaw from the Mechagodzilla movie, where he goes up against fake Godzilla, who will wind up being Mechagodzilla, and he actually does break his jaw in that. So I think that would have been kind of cool to see an alternate head. Maybe if they come out with Mechagodzilla version 1 for this line, maybe they might have an alternate head that would come with him for him. So that would be pretty cool. But that's everything about this figure. Okay, so let's get into my final thoughts with this figure. So first off, all his joints work very well on him. I have no issues with any of the joints, though the torso did come apart and the one arm, but they went back together very easily. Everything moves loosely on him, but it still holds tight. And I do feel like he does carry the overall look from the original Godzilla movies. Now, he didn't come with any accessories, but I feel like this particular figure really doesn't need it. He is what he is, how he looks. He never had any like real special abilities like breath or missiles or none of that. So it works that he doesn't have anything. So excuse me. So would I recommend this figure? Absolutely. I think he'd be a great addition to your Godzilla collections to go with the rest of your kaijus and stuff. I like the overall look to him. I think he's a really cool looking kaiju, and I would recommend this figure. So, with that being said, I hope you guys like this review, and I want to give a shout out to the people who support this channel. First off is Byron Bassett and his alter ego, Humongous. He has his own YouTube channel. Definitely check that out. He does a lot of good stuff for this channel. And also, Action Figure Geeks is a Reddit group of people who love comic books, action figures, and so forth. They are also a big supporter of this channel, so check out both of their links in the description. Plus, also take a look at my Godzilla playlist and my membership program. Plus, hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So, until the next one, late.